when they are saying they did something wrong or confessing some wrong, and they bring their wife to stand beside them, I guess, to show support. And Elizabeth didn't do anything wrong. I not only didn't ask her to be here, I asked her not to be here. I have to be the man and take responsibility. And I don't need a shield. I know how widely admired Elizabeth is. I'm fully aware of that. But she should not be involved in protecting me from whatever the consequences of this are. This, I needed to do alone without Elizabeth, because she is in no way responsible for this.
When we come back, did John Edwards father a child with Rael Hunter?
I would welcome participating in a paternity test, be happy to participate in one. I know that it's not possible that this child could be mine because of the timing of events, so I know it's not possible. Happy to take a paternity test and would love to see it happen.
Are you going to do that soon? Is there somebody that you can't?
I'm only one side. I'm only one side of the test, but I'm happy to participate in one.
When you do that test, or if you do that test, would you tell us the result of it?
Sure, of course.
Has Ms. Hunter said she does not want to do this DNA test?
I don't know what she has said.
People say they are in contact with her, have told us that you have met her out in California several times.
I was at the Beverly Hilton. I was there for a very simple reason, because I was trying to keep this mistake that I had made from becoming public.
What was the reason for you going there?
Well, can I explain what happened? I had been in Los Angeles that day to do an event with the mayor, and that afternoon I got a call in my hotel room from a gentleman named Bob McGovern. I knew he was a friend of Ms. Hunter's, and he asked me to come and meet with them. And I said no. I said, what's the purpose of the meeting? And the bottom line was, he said the purpose of the meeting was she was having some trouble. She just wanted to talk, wanted me to talk to him and to her about what their circumstances were.
Did you want to control her to some degree, in the sense that you didn't want her to reveal
I wanted
this
her
relationship?
not to tell the public what had happened. Very simple. That's the reason I went. And I said, the only way I'll come is if you're present, to Mr. McGovern. And basically it was exactly what you'd expect, them just describing the struggle she was going through and so forth. And nothing was resolved. I mean, there was no, I didn't talk to him about paying him any money or anything like that.
Did Elizabeth, your wife, know you were visiting the Beverly Hilton?
No.
That was a secret?
I didn't. You mean, did I tell her before I went?
Yeah.
I did not.
Did she find out after the reports?
She found out the next morning. I called her and told her.
You did? Why?
Because she deserved to know. She knew everything that was going on. I said I went to this meeting. This is what happened. I told her the next day.
What was her reaction to that?
Upset that we were still having any kind of interaction with these folks.
Did some reporters actually find you there and try to ask you questions?
Tabloid reporters, paparazzi, who chase me around all the time.
And that picture is absolutely you, and you are holding that baby.
The picture in the tabloid?
Yes.
I have no idea what that picture is.
But you've seen that picture, right?
I did see it, and I cannot make any sense out of it. When I went to this meeting that you've already asked me about, I was not wearing a T-shirt. I was wearing a long-sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up. I don't know if that picture is me. It could well be. It looks like me. I don't know who that baby is. I have no idea what that picture is.
That's definitely not the baby of Miss Hunter?
I have no idea who that baby is. I honestly have no idea. I mean, do you know how many pictures have been taken of me holding children in the last 3 years? I mean, it happens all the time.
Are you saying that you don't remember holding that child of Miss Hunter?
I'm saying, you asked me about this photograph. I don't know anything about that photograph. I don't know who that baby is. I don't know if the picture has been altered, manufactured. It's a picture that was taken of me some other time holding another baby. I have no idea. I was not at this meeting holding a child for my photograph to be taken.
There are reports that there was money paid to try to cover up this affair. Was there?
Can I just say, everything you're saying, there are reports, there are allegations. These are all things in supermarket tabloids, which make the most outrageous allegations every week. So let's just start with where the source of this information comes. This is what I can tell you. I've never paid a dime of money to any of the people that are involved. I've never asked anybody to pay a dime of money, never been told that any money's been paid. Nothing has been done at my request. So if the allegation is that somehow I participated in the payment of money, that is a lie, an absolute lie, which is typical in these kind of publications.
I do need to tell you, though, through ABC investigation, there has been evidence, or we've been told that there about $15,000 a month have been paid to Miss Hunter so that she could actually live out in California. In fact, that money was from Fred Barron, who was your national finance chair. Is that correct?
I don't know. I know. I told you just a moment ago, I know absolutely nothing about this.
You never even heard about that before?
I've heard about it from reporters like you just in the last few days. It's the first time I knew anything about it.
Because there's also the information that Ms. Hunter has lived in a $3 million mansion in California with help from that money.
I mean, I can answer this 100 times the same way. I had nothing to do with any money being paid and had no knowledge of any money being paid. And it wasn't being, if something was being paid, it wasn't being paid on my behalf.
And Andrew Young has declared publicly that he is the father of the baby of Ms. Hunter.
I'm aware of that.
Do you think that's true?
I don't know. Again, you're asking me things I don't know anything about. All I know is I had no participation in anything like you're describing.
So when you see this now and you see the reporting about it, you see the information about it, are you going to try to look into this?
Well, if first of all, let's start with basics. I knew nothing about this. No one consulted me about it. Had no involvement in it at all. Second, I do know Fred Barron. I also know that Fred Barron knows both of these people who are involved and has worked with them for years. So he has a relationship with them independent of me. So what he chose to do or not do, I can't explain. He'll have to explain that. I don't know what he did or why he did it, and what his reasons were for doing it. You know, is it possible that he wanted to help them because they were in a difficult time? Of course. Is it possible that he was worried that in fact something had happened with me and he wanted to help? I mean, I think all these things are possible.
Did you ask him that? Did he try to do that?
He should know the answer to that question. I have not talked to Fred about this.
Do you want to ask him that question?
I'd be happy to ask him, sure.
Do you think it's possible he was trying to protect you?
Do I think it's possible he was trying to help me?
Yes.
Yeah, of course I think it's possible.
Moments after our interview concluded, we did receive a statement from Mr. Barron. He said, "I did this of my own volition without the instruction or suggestion of anyone and made a conscious decision not to tell anyone, including John Edwards, that assistance was provided. The assistance was offered and accepted without condition. This is now and shall always remain a private matter between these individuals and me." And when we come back, more of Bob's exclusive interview and the question, will the Edwards marriage survive?
NightLine continues from New York City with Martin Bashir.
We continue now with Bob Woodruff's interview with Senator John Edwards.
Do you think that your political career is completely over?
I'm not sure I had a political career for the future anyway. I mean, I'm not sure that politics was what I wanted to spend my life doing. When this last presidential race ended, my commitment was to serve. And I wanted to, I'm 55 years old, I wanted to spend the rest of my life serving, and particularly serving people whose voices never get heard. I think Elizabeth feels exactly the same way. She wants the rest of her life also to be about service.
Months away, we're talking about you as a possible vice president, possibly attorney general. That's completely gone?
Oh, I don't know what's possible and what's gone. I never thought the vice presidential thing was serious because simple reasons. I ran for vice president in 2004. I know that there were other good candidates. I talked to Senator Obama about some of those good people that I thought he should be considered. As for the future and administrations, and I think we'll leave that for the future. I'm not going to worry about that, not at this point.
You spent such a public life, and people trusted you so deeply. People worked for you, voted for you.
Yes.
How do you think they think about you now?
Well, that'll be their judgment to make. You know, one of the purposes for having this interview with you, Bob, is to tell the truth, so that they know the truth, and they know it not from some written statement, and they know it from me. I am no different than the person they knew. I am at my core exactly the same person.
Did you ever think this would end this way?
I don't think anything's ended. Nothing is. I don't
Political
think this is
career.
I don't think this. I see no end. I don't think anything's ended. My Lord and my wife have forgiven me, so I'm going to move on.
Will your marriage survive?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I think our marriage not only will survive, it will be strong.
Bob, have we heard anything today from Elizabeth Edwards?
We did, Martin. This evening, Elizabeth issued a statement of her own saying, although John believes he should stand alone and take the consequences of his action now, when the door closes behind him, he has his family waiting for him. Admitting one's mistakes is a hard thing for anyone to do, and I am proud of the courage John showed by his honesty in the face of shame. Those are the words tonight of Elizabeth Edwards. Martin.
Bob Woodruff, thank you very much for that compelling interview.